Hi all, welcome back to the session 2 of our module 2. Okay, so in this session, I would like to show you how we will be installing this Cube IDE. Okay, so we already discussed about the features of STM32 Cube IDE. Okay, how we will be using that and what will be the application. I already told you we'll be writing the program for host machine and the target machine separately, right? So now let's see the procedure, how we are going to install that IDE. Okay. Yeah, so this link I already added in the description. So like if you're clicking on this link, we are actually getting into this ST's official website. Okay, from like where like we can download the software. As I told already, it is open source, free of cost. Okay, so just click here and just come to this. Okay, here I already logged in. You can also log in with your basic detail, name and email ID, all those things. Okay, so that is fine. Like once you logged in, you can just scroll down. So here you will be able to see all the features of Cube IDE. This is what I was explaining before. Okay, so it's an Eclipse based IDE. Okay, all the compiler, debugger, everything is already there inbuilt for the like ARM microcontroller. Okay, for ARM based microcontroller, especially STM32 controller. So here you will be able to see that it is supporting, it's a Eclipse based IDE and supporting C, C++ for ARM. All right, and some other features like it is having ST-Link, okay, and J-Link debugger, and also you can use it for any operating system, multi-operating system support, Windows, Linux, or Mac, whatever it is. Okay, all 64-bit version. So you'll be like you can just go through all these features. So you'll get more clarity. What is this ID? Okay, so why we are choosing this ID? I already told you, like irrespective of the operating system, and we can use that. It is dedicated for like STM32 microcontroller. Even we don't want to install any compilers and debuggers separately for the target board. Okay, for the like ARM microcontroller. So that's the reason we are preferring this ID. Of course, other IDs are there, Key ID. Okay, so many other things are there. Depend on the microcontroller, you can choose this. Okay, but this is a better version, like better one. Like just to get started. Okay, if you're a complete beginner and like if you want to get started, this is one good option. Okay. Even before we were having STM32 CubeMX. Okay, so in CubeMX also using that also we were able to write the program. But there we need like extra, like other features and all we need to add extra. Okay, so then only we'll be able to create the final code. But this is a modern version, everything is inbuilt, right? So with that note, we are proceeding further. As I already told you, I logged into this platform. So similarly, you also log in with your like accounts, means with their credentials. Okay, name and mail ID and all. So if I'm scrolling down here, I'll be able to see the software session. So in software, you can see the software for the Linux, okay, Debian Linux, okay, for Mac, right, RPM Linux. And here it is for Windows. Okay, I'm using Windows system, so I'm just trying to get the Cube ID for Windows, right? So here you can select the version, the like latest version is 1.9. And here you can click on the download like latest version, so it will get downloaded. I already downloaded here. Okay, so you can see that I got this zip folder. Yeah, so from this zip file I already extracted the Cube ID and I was just like I was opening that. Okay, I already opened like STM32 Cube ID. You can see it in my desktop. STM32 Cube ID, the version is 1.90, okay, which is the latest version. So like just I want to click open. Okay, so I can open that. And before like before opening, so they are asking us to select the directory as the workspace. Okay, so what I should do, okay, I am just telling you can click here. You can see this is a path right now, okay, where it's going to open. Okay, so this is the path where I will be like writing the program. We will be launching the Cube ID for this particular path. Okay, so here as I told already, this software, this ID we are using to program host machine and target machine. So we will do one thing, we'll separately create two folders. Okay, one folder for the host machine and one folder for the target machine. So whenever you are writing the program for host machine, just try to open that folder, that particular folder, and there you write the normal C program and all. Okay, if you are using the target board STM32 microcontroller, we will be using the like a target folder. Okay, nothing complicated. So you can click here on browse and it's better to create one folder, okay, in any location wherever you like. Just create a folder called STM32. Okay, so just create a folder called STM32. So you can see here like in this path, I already created one folder called STM32. And then after that, you can see inside that STM32, you can create two subfolders. Okay, one you can write host, okay, where we'll be writing the program for host machine. And we'll be launching this like IDE for host in that folder. And one more folder, that is Nucleo. Okay, so these two things you can do. And as of now, I'm just launching for the host machine. I'm trying to write the program for the host machine at the beginning. Okay, so let me click on host. Okay, so here that's it. Okay, so just to click on, I am right now, you can see the path. I am in STM32 host. That's it. Then yeah, this folder, I'll just click on select folder. So you'll be able to see the folder, the path already selected. Okay, so the path has been selected for what? Yeah, you can see it's under Arduino embedded C. Okay, so that's a path STM32. From here you can look. Okay, so I'm already having an STM32 folder. Inside that, I just created a host subfolder. Okay, so right now I'm opening this workspace with this path. Then click on launch. Okay, if you want to keep it default, you can just okay, make a tick on this check button. And I'm just clicking on launch. So it's just opening. Okay, it may take some time. Okay, so the ID, it will take some time to open. Yeah, so you can see, yeah, it's getting open. I haven't done anything. I simply extracted the zip file. I was just like opening that application, so it got installed. Okay, so before launching the application, I just told you, you have to create two folders under a main folder called STM32. Whatever name you like, you can give. Okay, so I just followed this method. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So the Cube IDE is open right now. Okay, so right now I am prepared. I am going to write the program for the target machine. The simple C programs and all, we'll write it and see. That's it. And you can see by default we are getting this program. Okay, so we are already getting this outline. So there is one header file session is there. Right. So then this this definition. Okay, macro definition is here. Okay, so that end we'll see. Okay. Then apart from that, you can see the main program, always C program, the main function starting here. Inside that, whatever you like, you can write. So there is a for loop syntax is already added. So this is by default we are getting. Okay. So this much information by default we'll be having. File name is main.c. And yeah, so that's it. Okay, software is licensed under the terms, can be found in license file. Okay, so this all information we are getting by default. That's it. So what we have done, so in this lesson, we have done how we will be installing this Cube IDE. Yeah, the procedure is very simple. You have to just go to that official website, and from there you can get the software for the operating system which which you are using. Okay, it can be Linux, Mac, or Windows. I just downloaded the software. Okay, so the latest version for the Windows machine, like which I installed already. Okay, then I just showed you like how I'll be opening the workspace. I created two folders and I just opened this for the host machine. Okay. Yeah, so the workspace is the host folder. That's it. This much only we have done in this session. I hope it's clear for all. Now, I already told you in the last session, like for Windows, that means for the host machine, this ID is not sufficient. Okay, if you want to compile the program. If you are using Windows system and if you're writing for if you're writing the program for the host machine, okay, so this ID is not sufficient. Then what we need extra? I already told you we need extra one GCC compiler. We need extra that GCC compiler known as WinGW. GCC compiler for Windows is known as WinGW, which again I have to get it and I have to download and install. Okay, so that we are actually about to do in the next session. For Linux and all, I already told you GCC compiler will be there. You just want to run certain commands in the terminal. Okay, so that procedure I am not showing. I am just showing only for the Windows machine. Right, so let's see in the next session. So that time I'll show you how I am downloading this WinGW, the latest version. And one more thing I need, MySys2. Okay, so these two things we'll explain in the coming session. Okay, thank you all.